Hola estudiantes! In this section, we will cover comparisons and superlatives in Spanish. Comparative adjectives are used to describe the differences between two nouns, people, animals, places, objects, or ideas. Comparisons can be of equal, lesser, or greater value. Let's begin with comparisons of equality. What grammatical structures do we use to compare two people or things that have equal or similar qualities? In English, we use the formula as, adjective, adverb, as. In Spanish, we use a similar construction. Tan, adjetivo, adverbio, como. Here are some examples. Un enfermero es tan importante como un médico. A nurse is as important as a doctor. Gina Rodríguez actúa tan bien como América Ferrera. Gina Rodríguez acts just as well as America Ferrera. Spanish and English follow a similar pattern for adjectives and adverbs, but comparing nouns is different. The construction is similar, but now instead of tan, we use the word tanto. Tanto is functioning as an adjective, and as we learn in Spanish 1, adjectives need to agree in gender and in number with the nouns that they modify. Therefore, the construction for nouns is as follows. Tanto, masculine singular noun, como. Tanta, feminine singular noun, como. Tantos, masculine plural noun, como. Tantas, feminine plural noun, como. Ejemplos. El músico tiene tantos instrumentos como el cantante. The musician has as many instruments as the singer. El ingeniero tiene tantas máquinas como el mecánico. The engineer has as many machines as the mechanic. El trabajador social tiene tanta paciencia como el psicólogo. The social worker has as much patience as the psychologist. La maestra tiene tanto trabajo como los estudiantes. The teacher has as much work as the students. Now, to compare two actions, the structure is very simple. Tanto does not have to change because verbs don't have grammatical gender. Only nouns do. Verbo, tanto como. Yo corro tanto como un futbolista. I run as much as a soccer player. Los bomberos se sientan a esperar tanto como apagan incendios. Firefighters sit around waiting as much as they fight fires. Now let's look at comparisons of inequality. In English, we typically add er to an adjective and combine it with the word than to make unequal comparisons between two items. But if we have an adjective with more than two syllables in English, we have to add more. This is similar to Spanish, where you always add más, more, or menos, less, in front of the adjective, adverb, or noun, the quality that is the point of comparison. And instead of than, we'll use que. Ojo, there's no accent mark in que in comparisons. These are not questions. Therefore, the structure for comparisons of inequality is as follows. Más, adjective, adverb, noun, que. Menos, adjective, adverb, noun, que. Ejemplos. Eva Longoria es más baja que Jennifer Lopez. Eva Longoria is shorter than Jennifer Lopez. Yo ahorro dinero más lentamente que mi hermana. I save money slower than my sister. Rita Morena tiene más premios que Sofía Vergara. Rita Moreno has more awards than Sofía Vergara. La enfermera estudia menos años que la médica. The nurse studies for fewer years than the doctor. As always, there are no hard and fast grammar rules. There are some irregular adjectives and adverbs when making comparisons. So far, the structure for regular adjectives and adverbs has been as follows. Alto, más alto, menos alto. Bajo, más bajo, menos bajo. Inteligente, más inteligente, menos inteligente. Fácil, más fácil, menos fácil. Rápido, más rápido, menos rápido. The irregular adjectives and adverbs do not use más or menos. Instead, you have to use the irregular comparative form. In English, for example, you can say, Crystal is a better runner than Jerome. The comparative better already implies being more good at something. Therefore, you do not need to say Crystal is a more better runner than Jerome. That would be redundant. The same thing happens in Spanish with these irregular comparative forms. Bien, mejor. Bueno, mejor. Mal, peor. Malo, peor. Joven, menor. Viejo, mayor. Ejemplos. Crystal es mejor corredora que Jerome. Crystal is a better runner than Jerome. Camila Cabello es menor que mi hermano menor. Camila Cabello is younger than my younger brother. Esa peluquera me corta el pelo peor que mi mamá. That hairdresser cuts my hair worse than my mother. Now, nouns with numbers. When we compare nouns with numbers using the numbers as reference point for the more or lesser statement, we switch the que to de. Más de número, menos de número. Ejemplos. Cristiano Ronaldo tiene más de 10,000 zapatos. Cristiano Ronaldo has more than 10,000 shoes. No puedo comprarlo, tengo menos de $10. I can buy it, I have less than $10. For comparisons of inequality with verbs, it is very simple. Just switch the order of the words as follows. Verbo más que, verbo menos que. Ella camina más que yo. She walks more than I do. La secretaria cobra menos que la abogada. The secretary charges less than the lawyer. But what happens when your item is the best? The superlative is used to make a comparison between items, and it is used to stress a relationship of superiority between one item and the rest. In English, to form a superlative, we usually add est to an adjective. Claudia is the tallest in our class. In Spanish, however, we're going to start with an article and add más, menos before the adjective to create the superlative. El, la, los, más, menos, adjective de. Claudia es la más alta de nuestra clase. De los meseros en el restaurante, Kyle es el más rápido. Out of all the waiters in the restaurant, Kyle is the fastest. Some adjectives have irregular comparative forms which you saw when discussing comparisons of inequality. When applied to the superlative construction, they retain their irregular form. Definite article, irregular comparative form, de. Bueno, el mejor. Malo, el peor. Grande, el mayor. Pequeño, el menor. Cuando los colegas coreanos salen a comer, el mayor paga. When Korean colleagues go out to eat, the oldest pays. Muchos europeos son trilingües, pero en general los africanos son los más multilingües del mundo. Many Europeans are trilingual, but in general, Africans are the most multilingual in the world. Here's the full list of adjectives and adverbs with their corresponding comparative and superlative forms. Alto, más alto, el más alto. Baja, más baja, la más baja. Inteligente, más inteligente, la más inteligente. Fácil, más fácil, el más fácil. Rápido, más rápido, el más rápido. Bien, mejor, la mejor. Bueno, mejor, el mejor. Mal, peor, el peor. Malo, peor, la peor. Joven, menor, la menor. Viejo, mayor, la mayor. Esta lección no fue tan difícil como otras. Hasta luego.